Hello. So, had a little technical difficulties, guys. Bear with us.
Well, if we didn't have technical difficulties, would we be the OtakuCast? Honestly,
You're right. You're right. But I guess we're here.
let's
Hey,
just
everybody.
jump into it.
Yeah, welcome to the OtakuCast. As you know, I actually can hear myself echoing, and I'm not sure what's up with that. So, I sound terrible. Thanks for not telling me,
What
guys.
mute the cast?
Oh, that might
Just mute
help,
the
huh?
cast. Yeah.
You're right there. Maybe. I don't know what my phone is doing. But anyway, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm your host, Angel's Calamity, and as you guys know by now, I have a small YouTube channel
No.
that I do Let's Plays and whatnot on, and then my co-host, Directionally Challenged.
No, I'm directionally challenged. I'm in a lot of pain. I also have a YouTube channel. I do a lot of stuff on it. It's directionally
Yay!
challenged.
And new thing today, we have our new broadcaster, so that's why we're having a little bit of technical difficulties today. Chase is here. You want to say hi, or are you shy today?
That's all you get. That's the most
Yeah,
high you're gonna get out of that.
that's fine. That's fine.
Just
Fine
an
by me.
hi.
Yes. But we appreciate you being here and appreciate you casting for us. So feel free to pop in anytime and say hello. But we'll get back
I don't
to our
wanna.
regular. Not you. You're already here. You gotta.
I don't have to. I could choose
Well,
not to say hello.
I guess. Anyway, we're going to talk about our news today. And our first news story of the day, I'm going to talk about the Promised Neverland anime.
No one
Season 2.
cares.
Yes, people care. You get
No
the
one
heck out
should
of here.
care.
Hey, no, no, no. People care.
I don't
Anyway, we're
believe it.
talking about Season 2 and their new voice
Hi,
cast,
Misty.
Shinichi Chiro Cameo and Atsumi Tanizaki. And the official website for the television anime of The Promised Neverland manga has announced 2 more cast members for the anime second season on Friday. Those 2 names that I just read join as a
Shinichiro
new character.
Cameo as
Yes.
Sonju and Atsumi Tanizaki as Mujika.
Yes, exactly. I currently cannot read the chat because I only have my phone right there. There we go. I can see the chat again. But I only have my phone right now. My internet's offline, so you guys have to forgive me if I don't see you in chat. So, anyway, but cast as the new
No,
character
but I have no one
Sonju
cares.
and Mikuja. And the second season will premiere on Fuji TV's Notimata programming
Mujika.
block. What?
Mujika, not Mikuja.
Oh, what?
Mujika.
But anyway, on Fuji TV's Notimina programming block on January 7th, 2021. The second season was scheduled to premiere in October, but was delayed because of Voldemort. The first season of the anime premiered in January in 2019, and we know all about that because we watched it here.
It was
We
boring.
watched it here. No, it was great. If you guys
It was
love The Promised
boring.
Neverland, give it some love in chat, please.
It was
Please.
boring.
No, give it some love in chat if you guys loved the first season of Promised Neverland like I did and are excited for the second season. Give us our
I'm
second
not.
news story for the day, DC.
I'm going to go into something that I actually enjoy, and I'm going to talk about Persona. The Persona producer is teasing new plans for its 25th anniversary next year. For those of you who don't know, I actually am a very big Shin Megami Tensei fan. Shin Megami Tensei are the people that make Persona. It's this whole subgroup. There's a whole lot of games in the whole different series. They all relatively follow like similar patterns. Like there's Digital Devil Survivor, which is very much like Persona. Um, but yeah, it's been around for 25 years now, which is pretty awesome. That's a long time to be around for a game series. If you guys don't know, it has a ton of games. We're talking the original Persona, Persona 3, which is a massively popular game, Persona 4, Persona 5 that came out. You know, everybody remembers Persona 5 was really big for a while. I really loved the game. but apparently they've got some new plans for next year. Earlier this year, Persona 4 Golden debuted on the PC, which I actually have. And there's a possibility that they could be bringing other games in the series to the PC as well. So if you're a big fan of, say, Persona 5, Persona 3, maybe they might be bringing it to PC. We don't quite know yet. We just know we're getting a little teaser as to what might be coming.
I actually have Persona 5. I got it for like $10 on a PlayStation Network sale, and I'm like, I've heard good things about this game, and I got it. I just haven't played it. Oh,
I've got
thank you for telling
I've
me
got
I'm a cozy burrito. It is cold back here. The kids closed the door, so now it's
I've got
cold.
like
Oh,
200
by the
hours in
way,
Persona 5.
Yo Jack says that he loves The Promised Neverland, and so did the effing boss. So neener neener.
I got like 200 hours in Persona 5, and right now I'm looking at my Persona 4 Golden playtime is 143 hours.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, I
Speaking of
still
something
haven't
else that's
gotten the
crazy.
official ending of that game. I got a bad
Speaking of something
ending.
else. Ooh, dang. Anyway, our next news story is Kachi Sato, Samurai and Shogun, short for Rick and Morty animated series, has a planned sequel. They revealed in an interview with Otaku USA magazine that there's a planned sequel to Studio Dean's 5-minute Samurai and Shogun animated short for the Rick and Morty animated television series. Everybody knows Rick and Morty. Did you know they had an anime short? I
Yes.
did not. I did not.
Yes, I did.
Yojack in chat says, DC, I need to play Royal. I own it, but I'm slacking.
Play it, it's good.
Shame on you. But anyway,
Basically, if it's a Persona game, it's awesome. Or if it's a Shin Megami Tensei game.
bless you. Anyway, Sato added that he has a number of ideas that he'd like to make happen, and that he would like someday to implant his own ideas to the main story of Rick and Morty. Ooh, interesting. And Studio Dean produced the animated short that aired on Toonami and streamed online in March. And they list the staff and everything that's involved in it, which, awesome. But the short stars Yohei Tanado as Rick WTM72 and Kisuke Chiba as Shogun Morty. Keisuke, thank you. As Shogun Morty, the pair reprised their roles from the Japanese dub of the animated series, which is cool that they got the same voice actors to do it.
I mean,
And
yeah.
yeah, it like Rick and Morty is wildly popular. I'm behind in the new season. I've not seen the new season. I love Rick and Morty. I love them. I'm just behind. But I'm looking
But are
forward
you
to
like a normie Rick and Morty fan, or are you like a normal Rick and Morty fan?
what exactly is the difference between a normie Rick and Morty fan or a normal Rick and Morty fan?
I don't know. I count the normies as the people that just take it too far.
Yes, the effing boss says, "Aw, geez, Rick," in chat.
Jeez, Rick. Oh man.
That sounds more like Shaggy.
It's really hard for me to do that right now.
It's okay. There was another animated short, Rick and Morty versus Genocider, released on July
Dub
26th.
really fits me right now.
That is a mood, yes. Me too. Me too, buddy. But anyway, so if you guys want to check out that one stream, there should be a link to this news story in our Discord. But that one short, but just keep posted. Keep your eyes open if you're a fan, which you should be. If you're cool. What's our next news story, DC?
Let's go ahead and talk about the next Dragon Age video game will be revealed next week. So, apparently, a new Dragon Age game has been in the works for a while. The series has been on pause for 6 years. People have been patiently waiting for them to crank out a new one. But they confirmed that the next Dragon Age will make an appearance at the Game Awards, which will take place on December 10th. So a new Dragon Age, everyone. We kind of bring this up because our movie this week was a Dragon Age movie. Yep. If you want thoughts on that,
indeed. Sorry if you guys saw me
trying.
trying not to laugh. The cat that is currently irritating me was slapping at my hand while I'm trying to focus on what we're talking about.
Yes, at the Game Awards in 2018, BioWare teased a new Dragon Age game with the Dread Wolf trailer. And last year, despite being seeming very much on track for an official reveal, the game was never announced. And this June's EA Play stream, BioWare showed some concept art that definitely had to be the first images of the new Dragon Age. And so, hopefully, during this new Game Awards coming up on the 10th, we'll get to see something new from Dragon Age.
I do enjoy the Dragon Age games. Yeah.
Oh, the game's much better than the movie.
Yes, and it says here that the next Dragon Age game is in good hands and shaping up nicely. Their departures will have some effect. With Dragon Age, it's always a twisted and convoluted tale that extends beyond the stuff with dragons and high fantasy. So cool. And then, but like I played the first Dragon Age on my Xbox 360.
I think I've got Dragon Age Origins and a couple other Dragon Ages.
But I played the first one, and then I got stuck like near the end when you get like put into a jail cell. The game glitched out on me, and I couldn't leave my jail cell. So then I watched my husband beat the game, even though he made completely different moral choices than me. And obviously my husband did not romance Alistair, so there was a little differences there. But and then I picked up Dragon Age 2, and I had great fun with that one. So, but anyway,
by the way,
on to our next story.
Did you know in the dub of the Dragon Age movie, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 voice actors that all did roles in One Piece? Including Chopper,
Yay.
Nami, Zoro, Luffy, Brook, and
Are we talking about
Crocodile.
the sub or the dub?
The dub.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted you to know that.
Of course you did.
I just needed
we'll
to
tell you guys our feelings about the Dragon Age movie, Dawn of the Seeker, or Birth of the Seeker. Dawn of the Seeker. Dawn of the Seeker.
Dawn of the cliche.
Yeah, there it is, Yo Jack. There is his One Piece reference, and earlier than I thought it would be too, because
you're never gonna get away from it.
Someday.
I'll find a way to put it. I'll shoehorn it into anything.
Someday. Anyway, and our next news story is Hideo Kojima, which y'all know, y'all love, is reportedly what? Yeah, I left you with the other one. You didn't want to go in order. You wanted to jump around, so
you didn't go in order.
What?
You started with Promised Neverland.
That was. Oh wait,
that's not order. Yeah.
Well, it's order in the screenshots that are currently on my computer in front of me because I don't have internet.
Not going in order.
So, I'm looking at screenshots I took on my phone and then moved to the computer. So I bought Dragon Age Origins, but it was glitched. Yeah, mine was too. Okay.
Mine
anyway. So Hideo Kojima is reportedly working on Silent Hill's game for PS5. Y'all remember the PT demo, right? I never got to play it, unfortunately.
That was supposed to be Silent Hills. Yeah, that was supposed to be the new Silent Hill game.
I guess if you did all of the things, everyone at this point who is into games, into horror games especially, knows that you've seen the Let's Players do it. Even if you didn't get to play the game yourself, you have to do all the special things, and you unlock the secret ending. And there was
a dog?
My brain just escaped the actor's name.
There was a dog.
He's in Destiny.
That was the secret ending.
Was it?
The dog. Yeah, there was a dog. There's an ending in Silent Hill where you get to the control room.
No, not Silent Hills, the PT demo.
Oh, no, I never got through that, no.
See, I never even got to play it.
I noped out of that in like 5 minutes.
Norman Reedus, thank you, Yo Jack in chat. And Biohazard did say that she got to play the PT demo. I would have loved to play it. But anyway, you got to see Norman Reedus and kind of like a little sneak peek at the game. But anyway, back to the news article.
Look, Angels, we all know that Resident Evil 7 was the Silent Hill game we deserved.
Resident Evil 7 was a great game.
It was the Silent Hill game we deserved.
But look, Silent Hill's good in its own right.
The game we deserved. The Silent Hill game we deserved.
Look, you're right. Anyway, Hideo Kojima is reportedly working on Silent Hill's game for PS5, and so with Sony Interactive Entertainment and Konami. If you have deja vu, it's because this isn't the first time we've heard this claim. But skimming through, even though I already read this and my brain completely forgot it. But Team Siren is rebooting Silent Hill, and the game's original creators on board as development leads. I mean, and I'm excited is that it will be a PS5 exclusive, or at least a PS5 console exclusive. The other common thread is that we're unclear if it'll overlap with any of his other projects or anything like that. So, Hideo Kojima is got lots of things he's doing like all the time. Maybe he has 2 Silent Hill games. I don't know, but it's a rumor right now.
All I
But
know is that I will believe it when I see it.
it may be revealed at the Video Game Awards.
Much like with Cyberpunk, I will believe it when I see it. When my Cyberpunk thing on my Steam says available for download or install, that's when I will believe it. And when Silent Hill's game comes out, that is when I will believe Hideo Kojima
look
is making a Silent Hill game.
Look how popular the PT demo was. That blew up
it was
everything.
Very popular.
So they're going to be an idiot if they do not somehow try to produce this game. But Yojak in chat says, fun fact, came within feet of Norman Reedus at MegaCon. There were screaming girls, and one of Norman's bodyguards thought I was blocking the exit from Norman and escorted me away from him. Ooh, you naughty boy. And Boss says that she will be getting that game. Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool.
I have a story like that. When I was 13, I was helping my mom cast a Napster commercial, and a 7'6" football player picked me up, and I was 6 foot 350 pounds.
Dang.
So that was scary.
Biohazard 13 in chat says, oh my gosh, I went to a con and got to see him from afar. He was in a crowd, and I was just like, I wanted a pic. But anyway, onto our topic.
Lucky, man.
Oh no, we have one more news story, don't we?
I got to see Tony Hawk once at a skate park.
That
was cool. Yeah.
The coolest thing I've ever met was Steve Austin's cousin.
The coolest person
got a t-shirt
I ever met, I can't say it's not the most famous person, but the coolest person was a dude from Dublin who spent some time in England, and he had like a English/Dublin accent, and he sounded like James Bond, and I was just like, you're the coolest. He had like a really
nice
deep Irish British voice, and I was just like,
I think I'm the coolest person I ever met. What's our last news story, DC?
So, Hetalia World Stars Anime confirms 6 more returning cast members. We've got Go Inoue as Spain, Akira Sasanuma as Austria, Atsushi Kosaka as Prussia, Megumi Takamoto as Seychelles, wherever that is, Michiko Anaya as Hungary, and Ria Kugimiya as Liechtenstein. Oh my
Liechtenstein.
God. That just brought back memories of A Knight's Tale. Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein.
You okay?
You don't remember A Knight's Tale? Keith Ledger?
Yes, I do. Yes, really I do. Movie. I love that movie.
My mom worked on it. She did.
The new. Really? That's cool.
Yeah.
The anime will premiere in spring 2021. The new Hetalia World Stars anime previously announced other returning cast members such as Italy,
Namikawa as Italy, Hiroki Yasumoto as Germany, Hiroki Takahashi as Japan, Katsuyuki Konishi as America, Noriaki Sugimaya as England, Masaya Onosaka as France, Yashiro Takato as Russia, and Yuki Kaida as China.
Yes. But
you guys don't know,
and everyone
is a really, really weird series.
It is a very weird series. All of the people I know it because people were back when it was like originally popular. A lot of people were obsessed with it. Pretty much all of the countries are represented by a character. Like Italy is obsessed with pasta. It's a really funny, and some of the episodes are only like 5 to 7 minutes long. Some of them are a little bit longer, but they're just really short, cute, sweet little series. And it's. I mean, I imagine everyone's gonna lose their mind. Everyone's going to lose their mind.
So many celebrities are really short.
I met Prince. What are they saying?
I met Prince on the set of Musicology, and he was in lifts, and he came up to my stomach.
Dang.
Prince was a very short man. He was very nice. Yeah, we can move on.
Anyway.
So, our topic for today.
Worst filler.
Ever.
And
gotta
look, there's
say
a
it
lot
like
of
the
filler in
comic book
anime.
guy. Worst filler ever.
Exactly.
And yeah.
Okay,
No,
well, hold on. Filler, just in case you don't know, which you should know, but in case you don't, filler is
I mean,
when
filler's obvious.
whoever makes the studios that make anime, they sometimes they have to have a break between when they can put the new episodes out because they're waiting on new chapters.
Yeah, it's due to the fact that when an anime, which we don't typically have that problem now, now that we're doing seasons of anime, you have less filler. But when you did an
Normally, like
episode
an
every week,
episode, you
yeah, you
know.
did an episode every week, you caught up to the manga real quick, and because of that, they needed to fill some time, so they'd make filler episodes.
Exactly. So that's actually the first thing I want to talk about, Yo Jack, is Bleach. That is the first one.
Okay,
That
Bleach's filler is not the worst.
bounce.
Here's no, actually, I will argue this. For the most part, the Bount arc was actually kind of decent. The
No.
issue
The
Bleach
fights
has.
sucked.
No, the fights are good. The issue Bleach has is that it put the fillers in the wrong spots, or
And
in some cases went too long with them.
yes, it was 2 seasons, 28 episodes in
Yeah.
one solid block for the Bount arc, and there's
Well,
a
it's
lot
better
more
than
other fillers.
Naruto's 52 episodes of filler.
We will get to Naruto.
The
Trust
year
me.
of filler? Yeah.
Okay, so to quote Colette or Biohazard, same person, who when me and my husband was watching Bleach, Bleach was the first anime I ever got my husband to watch. We were watching it,
We can't talk
and
about
I
this,
said,
Dick.
the Bount arc almost made me drop Bleach. Test might
Yeah,
resolve
no.
harder than no. Then the
Yeah.
other thing. Then
Yep.
something we cannot say.
That's why I
Anyway.
said you can't talk about that. You gotta.
The month which you may not misbehave. Okay, that's what I'm
No
gonna say.
shave November.
Yes,
Which is why I'm now shaved.
totally it. I have. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I shaved. Very clearly, I shaved. But,
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you gotta keep that beard trim.
To quote the Colette, because back in the day, she was telling me, skip that. Skip those episodes. Just move on. I'm like, what? I'm not going to skip episodes. What are you talking about?
I enjoyed, like, when I go back and look at it, I enjoy the Bount arc on its own.
Uh-oh.
On its own, which you
Am I
can argue
okay?
with me
I'm
all
still
you
here.
want, but on its own, if it wasn't forced where it was, it would have been a decent arc.
Go lay down.
That's my opinion on that arc personally.
My dog.
But there are moments where it went on a little too long. Just like he's still speaking about Bleach. If you remember the Zanpakuto arc, the spirits arc. If for those who don't know, it's when the spirits of the Zanpakutos came out of their Zanpakutos, and yeah. The issue I had with that arc was after the conclusion, or what you think the conclusion of the arc is, it's not, and it just kept going for another like 7-8 episodes, where it's like we're done with the story. Now we're just you had a filler arc, you finished the story of it, and you were still like, now what do we do? And now we have filler, which was impressive.
Yeah. Okay, I still been trying to say Colette's post, which is it makes no effing sense, okay? And that's effing with EFF, okay? Just in case, because family friendly.
Actually, Yojak says, here's a chance for DC to mention One Piece again. The G8 arc. You dropped your crown, King. I haven't watched the One Piece anime in a while, but there are a few
Haha, nerd.
other arcs to talk about if you want to talk about One Piece filler, which is the Warship Island arc. What are you?
That's not me.
What are you doing over there, Chase?
You good?
Yes.
The printer.
But if you guys don't know, there's like the Ocean's Dream arc with Foxy, which was a little, and then there was the Battleship Island arc, which was a little, You are
Oops, sorry,
very
stream.
loud.
Chase had some noises in the background. They can't hear him, so we can just
It
continue.
was very loud for us though. But yeah, if you know what I mean, those are the two arcs in One Piece personally that are a little, they're a little, but
Anyway,
yeah, the Bount arc is
the Bounce.
it's
They're
okay
like
to a point.
soul vampires. They eat souls. They fight with dolls. It's just, and the mod soul thing with the dumb mod souls. I just
Well, it
didn't like.
kind of tied into like it made sense because of like there are the mod souls out in the world. I mean, Kon wasn't the only one. He was the one that survived that we knew of.
True.
Which is why I'm saying there was good ideas in the Bount arc. There was good story in the Bount arc. It was just it was put in a bad spot.
Yes.
Like
Sorry, I just realized my light was all
my
wonky.
issue with it. It was put in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Okay, but still, it went right between amazing arcs like Society and Arankar and all that kind of stuff, and
Well, yeah,
it's
nothing
just,
beats
and then the
I
characters from the filler arc, those mod souls, were still in when they picked up the canon episodes.
Yes.
So
I
I
liked them though.
They irritated me. I'm sorry.
I
They just.
liked them. But
But anyway,
you know what's worse
still.
filler than that though?
Hold on. You can move to a new one in for 1 second. My husband and I never finished Bleach because we got to season 9, the
It's
Captain
okay, the anime
Anamagi
never finished either.
Sasuke. The anime Captain Anamagi Sasuke arc, and he's just like, no, I'm done. Turn it off. I don't want to watch it anymore. We didn't skip the filler. We just. I don't know, but.
Yeah.
What's another one you want to talk about?
I was gonna talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh arc. Do you know which one I'm gonna talk about?
It's been so long since I've seen any Yu-Gi-Oh, so go right ahead, my dude.
The Noah arc, the virtual world arc, where they get kidnapped while they're on their way to from Battle City on Kaiba's big floating battle blimp. And
I don't remember.
They get kidnapped and they get thrown into a computer world so that a bunch of people from Kaiba Corp can try and take over their bodies.
Oh, yes, I do remember that. That was awful.
Yeah.
Yo Jack in chat says season 4 is the best season of media in existence. Leave season 4 alone. So, tell us, Yo Jack, why do you think that it's the best? Tell us, please, in chat. Oh, DC's talking about season 3. Oops, my bad. I don't know.
Yeah. So this was the arc where was it like Seto Kaiba's? I'm trying to remember who the heck Noah was, because the it's just so bad. It's just so stupid. It made no sense. Kaiba, what's his name? Kaiba's brother was kidnapped. The useless kid who never did. Yeah, Noah was Seto's adopted brother. Mokuba. No one cares about Mokuba. He was useless. But yeah, Mokuba.
Hey, you're right, but
I'm in a lot of pain. I'm trying to focus. Mokuba was kidnapped by Noah, who wanted to take over Mokuba's mind in a virtual reality world by beating him in a card game, and that would give him control of his body in the real world because their brains were in a computer for some reason. I don't know. Like, I understood the Millennium items were magic, and I was like, all right, magic. And then this was just like, my brain's in a computer, and I'm going to take over your body. And I was like, I don't understand anything that's happening right now, and also everything is terrible. This is horrible. Why is this here? Why is this here, and how did this happen?
There's many stretches of logic in Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway. Maybe that's part of the reason why everyone loves it, just because.
Yojek says, leave Mokuba alone. He earns $1 from 4 kids for every time he gets kidnapped. That kid's rich. I don't think Mokuba's got a day without getting kidnapped. That kid cannot. Like, you gotta put a bell and a vest on him. He just gets kidnapped every 3 minutes.
Poor kid. But yeah, so I mean, look, Yu-Gi-Oh has enough. I love that show. Yu-Gi-Oh is one of pretty much like the classics, like one of the icons.
Oh, yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh,
But
yes.
but it has terrible filler.
It does. It does.
And
let's talk about that dub though. That four kids dub.
And I'm just gonna say it. Dungeon Dice Monsters was stupid.
Yo Jack says it has amazing filler. Okay, we're gonna move on. I want to talk about, the elephant in the room here of Naruto, because boy oh boy, Naruto fillers.
Which filler do you want to talk about?
41% of that show's episodes, and I'm talking about Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. 41% of that show is filler.
Do you want to talk about the weird star village with the meteorite? Do you want to talk about the Fat Eno episode?
That was episode 192. I actually made a note of that specific episode in my notes. That fat girls can't be pretty kind of thing. Well, anyway.
Do you want to talk about the episode where Naruto made ramen with a Rasengan?
Yojack in chat says, I would pay money to watch DC's and Angel stump their way through a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. Look, I play Magic the Gathering, and the rules for that are rather similar, so I think I could manage, okay? I need to speak to your manager.
I can find a place to do Magic duels. I got a deck somewhere. We can figure out.
Yeah, we'll do some.
Do you want to talk about the weird Might Guy Rock Lee ripoff episode?
No.
Do you want?
I don't want to talk about any of it really, because it's all garbage. What about Mecha Naruto?
Yeah, do you want to talk about Mecha Naruto?
Sure, I'm gonna talk about Mecha Naruto because.
What else can we talk about?
Lord Almighty. Okay, what about
Naruto fillers?
What about the top 5 ninja battles one, or maybe the boy named Yota, that whole arc series, or how about the Infinite Tsukiyomi arc, which my husband and I are in right now. Minor spoilers for a filler season toward the end of Naruto, by the way, so plug your ears if you don't want to hear spoilers for a filler season.
I want you guys to know, I'm looking at this list here, and it's full-on filler episodes: 26, 97, 101 through 106, 136 through 140, and then 143 through 219.
Is that for Naruto or Naruto Shippuden?
Naruto, not Shippuden.
Go look at the whole. Okay, if you're watching the original Naruto, the minute he leaves with Jiraiya, that's the end of the manga. From there on is all filler.
Oh, I know.
But anyway, I wanted to talk about the one wherein me and my husband are watching Naruto, and we're actually in. Okay, bad guy does his thing. Infinite Tsukiyomi. If you know, you know. And then we go into this filler where you get to gaze into Lady Tsunade's head under this jutsu. And she's reading a book written by Jiraiya that's pretty much a poorly written fan fiction for what all these other characters, like an AU, are doing. And it's just...
No, it's not necessarily filler.
But that part is.
Depends. Did it have Kaiba becoming Kage and announcing National Dog Day? Kiba?
No, it didn't.
Oh, because that happened in the manga.
Okay.
In his world, he became Kage and announced officially International or National Dog Day.
This is like 20-something episodes of filler that we're slogging our way through. And no lie, we're playing it on like fast speed so we can get through it quicker. And then not to mention, one of my 2 most hated fillers though are short ones. It's a Mecha Naruto, which is like 2 or 3 episodes of Orochimaru making a literal mechanized Naruto to go hunt down Naruto.
Yes.
And he like fires rockets out of his butt, and
stupid, yes.
It's so dumb. And then Naruto wears it like a mech suit. More like an Iron Man suit, actually. It's just the worst. And then the other one is when they're...
Curry of Life episode?
See, you hate that one. I like the curry. I like the ramen episode. I liked it. I didn't mind those ones too much. Just the one episode.
Why did you like the ramen? It made no sense.
They were just cooking ramen.
It made
It was a
no
little.
sense.
It
Why
was.
did he
It was
use the
fine.
Rasengan to cook ramen? It made no sense. That would not.
Why not?
It made no sense.
Why not?
It
I can't see
made
chat again.
no sense. I'm looking at all these fillers. I don't even remember them, and I watched all of the fillers. My brain is so traumatized by the Naruto fillers, it won't allow me to remember them.
You just blocked it out like it was legit trauma.
I had to. I sat there waiting for Kakashi Gaiden. I wanted to see Kakashi Gaiden because I was like, no, that's how Shippuden starts off in the manga. That's how it starts off. So I'm like, it was gonna happen, and then it's like 62 episodes of filler later, and it doesn't happen, and I was pissed. I don't care. I was mad. I was like, you have betrayed me.
Well, what about the
I
whole
sat through
desert
all of that
tuning
filler.
exams?
What about any of the? They all suck.
What do you want?
They're all just the worst. Naruto filler is possibly the worst filler.
Look, there's been some that are okay, but the problem with the long ones, because I don't mind one episode here and there, your titular beach episode or the ramen episode, 1 or 2 episodes here and there, but it's the ones that just drag on and on and on and on. Those are the worst.
I thought the one with the twin fang swordsman, the Kiba user, that's what I was thinking, Kiba, because that's what the twin fangs are called. I thought that one was pretty alright.
Yeah, there's just some that are alright.
The swords were cool, but Jesus, they're so bad. They're just so
it really is, dude. It's
Heck yeah, it was terrible.
And look, I plan on eventually rewatching the Naruto series, and when I do, I'm going to skip all the filler. But for now,
everyone does.
But for now,
and I recommend it. Don't go through what I went through. Don't watch it. It's not worth it.
No, we already are. We're in the 400s. We've watched all the fillers so far, so we're gonna keep it up.
So bad. It's so bad.
Anyway,
God, it's
what's another one you want to talk about? What's another one you want to talk about? You have another one?
No, wait, you win. I'm so confused. I'm so lost. There's
no, I said
filler.
There is. I said Naruto, but that's okay. If you don't have another one, I sure do.
There's so much bad filler.
We got a little bit more we could talk about filler here, but I got another one. Fairy Tail.
What it was.
Fairy Tail. Oh no, there's so much bad Naruto filler. There is so much bad Naruto filler. We could make a whole 2 hours conversation about bad Naruto filler. I mean, there's some are okay. Like one that I actually kind of enjoy because of the haha lols of it is the one where they go to the cat village. That one's kind of cute. Sasuke gets to wear little cat ears and haha Sasuke. Sasuke.
No one likes Sasuke.
Sasuke Uchiha. But no, I have a friend of mine who really enjoys Sasuke. That's actually her wall scroll back there, whichever side it is on the camera. It's this side for me, but yeah, that's actually her wall scroll. She left it here, so it went opposite of my Naruto one, as it should. But Bio in chat says that's why she started to read the manga in high school, because the filler. But anyway, do you have any more filler you want to talk about for Naruto?
Oh, the one where Mizuki comes back. And he has the ability to turn into a Tiger Man. And he had those 2 guys that helped him escape from the prison. The weird, like...
Why is my brain just blocking this out of existence completely?
I know! He comes back, and he has the ability to turn into a Tiger Man. He breaks out of the prison that they put him in. Because they didn't put him in Blood Prison. They put him in, like, the Konoha Secret Prison, which is in a volcano.
Of course it is, because...
Yeah. It just is. It's surrounded by lava, and he breaks out, and he comes back to take his revenge on Naruto, and he can turn into a Tiger Man.
RAR XD? Question mark?
I don't know, dude. It was weird.
Look, I want to know, because I'm actually, because you guys know, I'm currently trying to get through Inuyasha, and I'm in a little bit of filler, not too many, but a little bit of filler. As I'm sitting here watching these fillers, I'm like, I want to know who gave the green light for the writers to write this nonsense.
Oh,
Who said that this was okay? Who was the one that went? Who gets handed the script or the storyboard and it's like, this is good. Do this right here. Animate it, write it, animate it, voice it, produce it. Waste all of our money on this just so everyone can hate it. Go for it, guys.
I think that's when they just allow the right. They're just like, we need filler, and they just have some like fresh writers, and they're just like, what's the worst they can do? You know what? Go for it.
The writers are like, I have this fan fiction idea. They're like, whatever, do it. Cool.
All right, Naruto and Sasuke have to get married because of
Yay!
plot.
It's probably happened.
Filler is just weird fan fiction.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Oh, my screensaver came on, and it's actually Naruto and Sasuke. That's what my screensaver is. But anyway, don't you at me. It's cool. It's animated. There's little, like, lightning bolts and stuff. I'm 12 years old. Leave me alone. Anyway, Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail, honestly, is Rule 34, dreams come true, says Chase in chat. Yes. But anyway, Fairy Tail, or as me and Colette, aka Bio, call it, Furter, because we had been watching it together. And honestly, even for Colette, who is a filler hater, the filler in Fairy Tail is not that bad, but there is a lot of it as well.
Is it the Celestial Spirit thingy?
The Infinity Clock with the Celestial Spirit, the Delphine arc, the Eclipse Spirit arc. I mean, there was something funny about the Eclipse Spirit arc. Now, the Eclipse Spirit arc was the one where all of a sudden all the Celestial Spirits decided to forget Lucy completely and go do their own thing. Rebelling spirits, and they don't remember their bonds, and they want to do this ritual thing to free themselves. But there was something there was two things I wanted to mention. That's why I even brought up Fairy Tail. There was two funny things. If you skip filler and you're watching Fairy Tail, find the card battle with Kana and Scorpio, because it's very much like Yu-Gi-Oh! Very funny. They use cards, and they have like a little visual holo thing, and I think Kana summons Lucy at one point, and she puts her card down, and then the holo, Yu-Gi-Oh!-esque. Yeah. And then Gray's dance off with Cancer. He gets his fedora, and they have like a straight up dance battle. It's stupid, and it could have been accomplished if the writers wanted to throw that haha lulz in there in one or two episodes. Yeah, it could have been accomplished in one or two episodes, not a whole arc. But there's a lot of bad. Bio in chat says, I read it too, though, and we on the 100-Year Quest manga with Fairy Tail, and she's enjoying it. Cool.
I'm not all the way through that one right now. I'm like halfway through the one of the arcs. I won't talk about it, but I'm reading it.
Yeah, I don't remember where we left off, but I'm somewhere like after that Eclipse Spirit arc in the anime. But then there's that clock, the Infinity Clock one. You said you haven't seen the anime, and there's Michelle Lobster, and there's this whole thing with her. This was 25 episodes of Michelle Lobster, and they're doing this thing with the clock, and the spirits are involved, and then there's some Edalus alternatives, like, oh, this is our personas on Earth's side, not Edalus side, kind of like multiverse kind of thing. Series. Huh?
You said this is our personas. I said no, it's a game series.
You're so... I just spit.
I still think that Hiro should become a doujinshi author.
Anyway, and then they have like a reborn Arashi Seis, and it's just so long, and the Jiggle Butt Gang is the worst.
The Jiggle Butt Gang isn't actually filler.
But no, they're put back into the filler in this part, the Jiggle Butt Gang.
They come from his first manga.
Gotcha.
But still,
they are awful. I mean, they're like...
They come from Wraithmaster.
Ah. And then there's there's a Delphine arc which a lot of the fans were actually really angry about because it conflicts Natsu's backstory. And the
Yeah.
reason why they did it is because Natsu forgot. So it's okay that they could no. 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 Apparently Natsu made a promise to a town underneath the curse that he would come back and save their town from the curse later. And then Gray acts completely out of character and completely turns against his own guild to try to help. And it's convoluted. A lot of, like, when I was watching it, I was actually having a hard time staying awake and paying attention because it was so bad. I mean, it was not as bad as some of the Naruto fillers, but it was still, for Fairy Tail, it was bad.
Yes, Plu is also in Rave Master. Actually, so is Orion Sace. A lot of the elements in Fairy Tail come from Rave Master.
Yes. And then I would like
Also,
one more complaint regarding
Hiro
fillers.
Mishima should be a Dushinshi author. He would make a
And
lot
this,
of money
like,
in that field.
Anyway.
What, are you
specifically for Fairy Tail right now, but a lot of anime do it.
That Hiro Mishima, the author of Fairy Tail, wouldn't make a lot of money in adult manga? Just saying.
Look.
There's a lot of art. You've seen his drawing style.
Look, Lucy do be eye candy sometimes.
Read Rave Master. It's actually really good.
Anyway, but fillers, one of my pet peeves about fillers is not even if they suck or they don't. Like, if you watch them, you watch them. If you don't, you don't. But if you watch them and they suck, whatever. But either way, they should not be spoiling canon things.
Yeah,
like, for example, I'm going to use Fairy Tail right now because that's one I'm thinking of. They showed unison raids in the Infinity Clock arc of Fairy Tail with Gray and Juvia did a unison raid. So it was like a magic attack together. And they had not showed that in canon yet. And that was just like...
They do that a lot in fillers. Like, you
they
notice
do
it in certain Naruto fillers even. They used moves that Naruto didn't even have yet.
Exactly. Like, I mean, that's something in the movies that is done too, but that's more of like a timing issue from when we get it to when it was...
God, you just reminded me of the worst freaking thing from the Naruto movies.
You're welcome.
The freaking Rainbow Rasengan.
I actually have not seen any of the Naruto movies. I think I've seen one. I've seen one because there was that one episode, The Road to Sakura, with the alternate universes and stuff, and I did watch that movie because the intro episode got me curious. But no, The Road to Sakura. Because there was like an alternate universe Sakura that showed up, and then she went to their world, and yeah, that was
right. Yeah, I was so mad because the Union Raid was a great moment, and they just show it out of nowhere. Yeah.
They didn't build up to it. They just, let's do it, and they did it. And I'm like, and I pointed at the screen, and she goes, "Don't look. You're not supposed to see that yet." They could. She was so mad. She was like, It was
I was mad at the Rainbow Rasengan. That was stupid.
There's a lot of
Rainbow Chakra is stupid.
It's magical unicorn chakra. You just gotta believe, DC.
I hate when filler does that.
Just gotta believe.
Like, when filler takes something from the series and it's just like, chakra's chakra. The rainbow chakra. What is rainbow chakra? I don't know.
It's chakra that is gay, I guess. I don't know.
You don't know. This is rainbow.
It's that big gay energy that all the fan fiction writers are excited for. Naru Sasuke.
Chakra that comes from Ireland. It's a rainbow chakra. It's a pot of gold at the end of this Rasengan.
There's something at the end of this Rasengan, but it's not a pot of gold.
It's pain.
Anyway.
It's pain.
Bio in chat says, is it Hashirama-able? Yes, it's Hashirama is the number one plot point. Anyway, is it Hashirama-able? Is a joke among us. It's like, wait, that doesn't make sense. It's Hashirama, so it has to make sense. Hashirama sells. Hashirama's this. Hashirama's that. So
no, it's either Hashirama sells or the Sharingan.
Yeah, or Ninetales Chakra.
Yeah, the Ninetales Chakra, Hashirama sells, or the Sharingan.
Ninetales gets around more than
The Sharingan
Insert
just became
lewd
unfair.
words here.
The Sharingan became fan fiction as the series progressed.
I'm gonna light you on fire with my eyes. Amaterasu!
Like, I was like, oh, it's already a broken. It can copy and see and can like tell your movements and copy your jutsus and all this other. I was like, damn, that's a broken eye. And then it was just like, that's not all.
Oh,
Just you wait.
gets...
It
yeah,
can
this...
see chakra too. All right, it's pretty broken.
And then there's that whole thing with the moon, when the moon, you know what I mean? The moon, you know. If you know, you know.
No.
But anyway,
There's
you know what time it is,
whole,
DC.
I was gonna say, there's also the whole like, can see at the microscopic cellular level of your Sasuke.
Yeah, look.
Freaking stupid. Look. And that's not even filler. That's canon.
Okay, look. There's a lot of things to question in Naruto. We could have a whole topic of, you know.
Disappointment. You're right.
I dropped an earring. I don't know where it went. I'll find it later. It's a fairy tale earring. See, there's one right there. And I dropped the other one because I was playing with it. And I shouldn't have been. But look, there's a lot of things we can question in many long-running series, like logic-wise. Like, what about that one dude that literally fights with his own bones? What is his name?
No, that's a Keki Genkai. I accept that. His name is Kimimaru, and I accept that.
That one.
Look,
No,
if Jugo
I mean, I have questions.
Why?
Okay, we're not getting into that today.
The Naras can use their shadows, and the Yamanakas can send their souls into people. Being able to manipulate your bones is a lot less crazy.
But if your arm bone was expelled from your arm as a blade, your arm would not be rigid. It would be, you know, like pre-bone juice Harry Potter.
You're thinking about it wrong. It's not that the bone itself is projected. It's that he can grow the bone out. So it's like he can manipulate the shape of the bone.
Right.
So it's not this isn't gone.
I got a bone to grow.
An extra bone is coming out. Yeah.
It's just anyway,
coming out. It's not.
I think if we save logic and anime, future topic possibly.
No, at least Kimimaru's makes sense to me. It was set up.
Because if we're gonna talk about logic one day, JoJo's gonna be on that list. But anyway, it's not time for that.
I ain't gonna even.
Don't. Yes. We're gonna talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure someday, and we're gonna talk about where Jotaro's hat ends and his hair begins. Okay.
We're not gonna talk about logic in JoJo because it's not meant to be logical. It's like trying to talk logic in Bobobo, or trying to talk logic in Gintama. You can't talk logic in Gintama.
Anyway, DC, do you know what time it is?
It's time for Anime Club. Yes, I know.
What is it?
Anime Club is where we get.
You're ruining the bit, DC.
We watch animes on Saturdays. You guys know by now we watch currently Death Parade and Jujutsu Kaisen. We also watch a movie. This week's movie was Dragon Age: Dawn of the Seeker. Next week's movie is Tales from Earthsea.
Yay! I like that movie. It has dragons in it. I got you. I did it before either of you did.
This movie also had dragons in it. Yep.
We will share our thoughts on that later. Maybe just me. Who knows?
I'm in a lot of pain.
Yeah, I maybe just me. But anyway, we started off this time with Death Parade Season 1, Episode 7, Alcohol Poison.
Season 1? There's no other season. It's just one
season. Look, that's just how I label my stuff. Leave me alone.
Yes.
S1E7.
Alcohol Poison. There's really, I gotta state this for both episodes. There's not a lot of notes to take. Mostly this episode, I like to summarize it with one word: exposition.
That's fair. That's fair.
The world of exposition.
That's fair. That's fair. So it starts off with our flower dude saying, like, talking about arbiters. But they.
First of all, he's still playing pool, but now he's playing pool
by himself now,
and that's just sad.
It is sad. Maybe he's practicing for the next time Nona comes in.
Well, he needs.
I don't know.
He keeps getting hustled by her. So
That's true.
we have the 3 rules apparently for the arbiters. Arbiters cannot quit making judgments, for that is the reason they exist. Arbiters cannot
Yes.
experience death, for that would bring them too close to being human. And finally, arbiters cannot feel emotion, for they are dummies.
Yes. See, now we did see that one dummy before when the Quinn Deckham was tested, and they said, "Oh, he's just a dummy with random memories." So does that mean our arbiters are just like that?
According to what Nona says later, I believe so, yes.
Yeah, and then we see our black-haired girl still having the same dream over and over again. You know how she be.
Well, in this one she awakens. But we also get Ginty talking to some other arbiters about like not being able to judge someone.
And they're like, no, it
It
never
never
happened
happens.
before.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't happen. No,
And
nothing.
then our BHG, black hair girl, finds the Chavat book.
Yeah, and she's
What is this? I thought these were
my
all
dog's
books on
just
the
completely barking just made me lose my train of thought. Sorry, but and that's the one that Nona's been reading. We've seen her read it before.
Yeah. Well, it's also her
and
dream.
yeah, that's her dream, and there's got to be some connection there. I'm sorry. I think someone's at my door. I am so sorry. Give me 2 seconds. Yes, please do.
So, anyways, we get after she finds the Chavat book, she starts having like these little bits of memories, and then we get this weird eye patch lady that shows up, who apparently is a former arbiter, but now she works in the memory section. Which, if you guys remember, we found out that arbiters are sent memories from the people that die just before they judge them, and this lady is one of the people that looks at the little memory chips and makes the little memory boards before they send them off to go into your brain, because I don't know, man, it's supernatural stuff. It's magic. You don't have to explain magic. Why is magic mixed with technology? I don't know that either. It's an anime. It does weird stuff. But then we get the black-haired girl kind of realizes that she's dead, which, duh. I don't know what she thought. I don't know how she could have not thought, like, man, I'm a human and everyone who comes here is dead. Freaking plot twist, everyone. Plot twist. So yeah, Deckham comes back. He was apparently out. Oh yeah, Jays. Black-haired girl derped real hard. You're muted.
Sorry about that. Had to handle that. I'm back.
Don't worry. I was just talking about how the black-haired girl realizes that she's dead, and duh.
Yeah, she does.
She's in a place where a bunch of only dead people show up, and the only other people that are arbiters, and she's just like, I'm human, and it's just like, uh-huh. And all the humans that show up here are dead. Uh-huh. Which means in this episode she got it. She's like, oh, I'm dead. Yes.
Yeah, she does. And then we go to the bar. Have you already talked about the bar after that, or?
No, yeah. Deckham comes back and he's got the typical like every generic movie bag of groceries.
Yes. Only where did he get those?
2 baguettes. From the place where Ginty was talking to people. I don't know why. Also, he's making a roast to make apparently roast beef sandwich.
for
I don't know.
That roast looked fantastic, though.
Can we talk about fantastic? And then they put it on a sandwich, and I was just like, oh, well, you just.
And can we talk about whether or not they even need to eat?
I don't know. Maybe they just like it.
I guess.
Haven't you ever done something because you like it?
So then they're in the arbiter. They're in the elevator. That's a word I know now.
we get a flashback to Nona, Ginty, and Deckham. Apparently, it's the flashback to Deckham's first day. They're in an elevator. Ginty makes a joke about Deckham being on the 15th floor, And Nona's like, "Oh, your floor doesn't matter." And he's like, "That's easy. What floor are you on?" She's like, 90th, but I run this place. And
Yeah.
I looked at the buttons. I counted the buttons. It was 4 rows. It was 22 or yeah, 22 rows of 4, something like that.
I'm not that
And then it was a
extra. I'm
3.
not that extra.
I mean, basically, there's 91 floors. So she's on the
I am
90th floor, and there's one more floor.
Yeah, I'm not that extra. And
But
Chase, yeah, I'm glad you questioned it too, because not only is she dead, we already like, and then he's a doll, and I don't know, but yeah,
they're a soul put
and
into a dummy. So
we do see the fact that the old person that used to run the Quindecum, her name was Quinn.
she's not old.
Well,
Lady who
the
used to
person
run it.
that used to,
Yeah,
no,
her
she's
name
not
is
old.
her name is Quinn. Quinn used to run Quindecum, and now Decum
Decum
runs
runs
Quindecum.
Quindecum. Yeah, what do you know?
You're. I want to know what Ginty's area is called.
Gentecum. Gente. I
Ginty
don't know.
Maru.
Maybe.
The next person to run it will be Maru.
I don't know. And so she pretty much has her Nona and Decum and Genty all watch Quinn do her game because the people come
they're
in.
doing pool, and
Yes.
Nona gives both of them they're going to be arbiters. This is their first or their last test before they become an official arbiter. She gives them the little like messing up
Sabotage
thingies,
controller.
and she's like, just push the button, make the balls miss, drive them to be mad.
Pretty much.
And
so
we get an interesting little revelation with Decum here. In that, at the end of the thing, the lady's like, Quinn's like, "Oh, you're gonna be great. You're gonna do a good job taking over my thing." And Nona's asking Decum like, "Why didn't you push the button?" And Decum's just like, "I forgot."
That's that's what he says.
Well, he said he was just wrapped up in their thoughts and watching them.
This is true. But, and then they're talking about their thoughts, but I don't know if it's before that or after that because my notes are my notes, you know how it be. But anyway, Genty finds human lives just foolish and silly, but Decum respects them. He respects these humans.
People that lived full lives.
Yes, he does. And he's also like, while he's watching, he's wondering what they're thinking and all this kind of stuff. He's like actually emotionally invested in these people.
Well, we find out why later.
We do, but he's emotionally invested, which is kind of funny because Decum seems so stoic. We've only seen him as very stoic.
Man.
Yes, and
he gets some advice from Quinn to find something that he treasures.
Yes, he does. And she's like, find something that you treasure. And then we see
she treasures booze.
Yes, she do. And then the black-haired girl asks Decum what it is that he treasures.
And he's like,
and he says, "I'll show you."
Yeah.
I'll show you. And I'm like, "Ooh, what is this? Ooh."
And they go into the back. Yeah, they go into the back and he makes a mannequin.
His dolls. It's his dolls.
It was a very lovely scene where
yeah, it was.
The wires pulled everything together. And
Go lay down.
Out a dress and a wig and everything for her. And for those of you who don't know, when he gets done with it, he asks her thoughts on it, like, "Oh, what do you think?" And she doesn't notice. She does not notice that the mannequin is the woman from the first episode.
No. She doesn't. And honestly, I didn't make that connection either. I knew she was one of the characters. I knew she was one of them. I'm like,
I saw the outfit and I was like, I know who that is. That's that the lady from the first episode? And I looked up the lady and I was like, it is.
And the black-haired girl is creeped out, but she also understands.
No, that was a really funny scene because she's just like, "What do I say?"
Yeah, she's like,
"What am I supposed to say?"
But Decum is like, I like people and I do it to honor their memories because our memories after so many people, they're dumped. Our memories are erased.
Yeah,
he explains
their
that
memories are permanently erased.
Exactly.
Um,
And
you're sort of skipping
he's like,
ahead on
"Would you
this
like
one.
to see more?" And she's like, "Nope, I'm good.
Yeah,
No more,
you're sort of
please."
skipping ahead on the explanation.
Oh,
But
yeah, sorry.
we get back to Nona and Eye Patch Lady Quinn, she's drinking like a fish, and she's kind of complaining about how 7,000 people die per hour, which is 116 people per minute, which is 2 people per second, and they have to put all of their memory tablets together, and they're like understaffed pretty much. There's too many people dying, and they can't really make quality memory tablets because they've got 2 people dying every second, so they need to.
So pretty much Quinn did not want to do the Arbiter Quinn Deckham job anymore, so she got put into what was this called? The Info Barn?
Information
Info Bureau. I can
yeah.
read my own handwriting. Information Bureau.
I don't understand. Like, apparently that's really uncommon.
I don't know.
But
But
yeah,
apparently she hates this job too because it's just they're overworked. And
yeah. They start talking about, like, she starts talking about how Deckham may not play out the way that Nona hopes,
mhm.
and that apparently Deckham breaks the third rule because Nona gave him human emotions.
Yes, human emotions were implanted in him. And it's like, oop, we can't tell Flowerhead. Oop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just dang, because it's weird to see him so stoic. But if we look at Genti seems more lively than he does.
That does
But
seem more lively.
Deckham is just a stoic
It's weird.
person
It's
or
weird that none of
individual
them
arbiter
have human
doll.
emotions. Yeah, none of them have human emotions, but all of them act super emotional. Like, especially Quinn, who's super obsessed with alcohol, or Nona, that's super obsessed with like making her little pet projects and figuring out new ways to do stuff. Like
Are
or
they just
even Ginty.
replicating what they see? Are
I
they
don't know. I don't
replicating
understand it. If they don't have human
like
emotions, what
going through the
emotions do they have?
motions? I don't know. I don't know.
So yeah, we get Deckham again. We go back to him, and
Making his meal.
he explains fully what it is that he does. He explains that
Yes. Sorry, I jumped
basically,
ahead there.
yeah, basically when people are sent there, it's just a mannequin body with the soul put into it, and so there is a soul, in that when they get judged, the mannequin body's left behind, and usually they're sent to be disposed of, but Deckham respects people that have lived a full life, so
So black-haired girl is a doll too.
yeah, yes.
So they're both dolls. Why the hell are they eating food? Why? Why? Anyway,
I don't know. Why can they talk? It's magic, man.
but he makes his dolls so the he makes him his dummy. His all of his guests is dummies, so they will not be forgotten. Like
Yeah,
even if he cannot specifically remember them, it's still honoring those people.
because an arbiter's memory is wiped periodically,
Mm-hmm.
and well, not
Just because there's so
their memory
much.
specifically, it's the excess memories, and
Yes.
so he doesn't remember anything about the guests that have been there, but he knows each one was a valued guest, each one was someone who he believed lived a fulfilled life, and he wanted to remember.
Exactly. So that makes sense to our black-haired girl a little bit. She's a little bit less shook and creeped out by the dolls, but she's still kind of
And then the black
She's
girl
like, "Here,
decides,
let me make the food."
yeah, let me make the
Yeah.
food this time, and she turns that beautiful roast into friggin'
Into
sandwiches,
sandwiches.
and she's just like, well, you can tell me it's good, and he's just like, oh, it's tasty, and she's like, you could make it sound a bit more believable, and he's like, oh, it's terribly tasty.
Yes. He's just his normal
I
stoic
I
self.
I love Deckham. He's a fantastic boy.
And then we switch to Genti, and remember our fangirl from last
Yeah, he
episode?
hasn't judged Fangirl.
She's still there.
How is he not?
And
He gave Deckham so much crap, and he hasn't done anything.
he hasn't judged her. And she's irritating the crap out of him. She really
And
is.
he's upset that the cat likes her.
Yes, and she's interfering in his judgment. She's messing up his flow, messing with his stuff, and he still doesn't like humans. And he wants to just yeet her to the void, but his cat likes her.
Yeah, he's just like, what are you sucking up to her for?
And then he puts her in a room and locks her in there. He's like, I've had
Which-
enough of you.
Which was funny.
That
And
was
we go
pretty
back,
funny.
we go back to Quinn, who's questioning Nona about Deckham, and we get, arbiters are built and blah 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 blah, and we have that little
Yeah,
monologue of blah 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 arbiters.
exactly.
There's got to be another way to judge people, and people are dying. I do.
Yeah, there has to be alternate methods of judgments. There's not enough time. They work mechanically constantly and then forget about it. And they're not human. They've never lived. They've built to look just like humans, yet they judge them knowing nothing about what life really is.
Yeah, like I said, monologue, and then they kind of fall asleep. Quinn falls asleep.
They pass out.
Quinn falls asleep because she drank herself into a stupor. That lady burned through like 5 bottles of wine. Jeez.
And technically, you skipped ahead about the pot roast being a sandwich, and Deckham saying it was delicious because that happened after that scene. So
I guess you skipped ahead. I skipped ahead. But then we get the old man wakes Nona up, and he's like,
yes,
come play pool with me. I'm bored.
I don't know. He was a little bit creepy at first, just the way he was like.
Yeah, he's just like, you look cute even when you're asleep. Well, I think because he made them. I really think that's what it is. Because you notice his eyes are like slit, but their eyes are crosses. And
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I don't know.
That's also why I think he said.
But he's lonely, and he wants her to go play. But he's like, "Are you hiding something from me?"
I just like that he said that she was cute even when she's asleep, and then he looks at Quinn and he's like, "Not her though."
Yeah, that's true.
Quinn's got a glass of wine, like an empty glass of wine on her chest, and a bottle next to her face, and she's just like.
And Nona tells him to go away. And he sees her book, the Shavat, and he wants her to go play. And she's like, she has a moment where she's like, "Oh no, did I mess up?" I mean, does Flowerhead does he like know something? Has he got a sense?
He feels like she feels like he knows something.
And then black-haired girl, we see black-haired girl asleep, and she's got the book.
With her book, and then we get our after credit scene, which is Nona goes back to the lady in the dead room,
the skull lady.
Yeah. I like her, the hot skull lady, and
yes.
And apparently, there's 2 people that Nona wants to be sent down to Deckham, and she's like, "Oh, I can't do that. They're marked for a special arbiter."
Sorry, the living room TV just turned on, and there's no one else in my house.
If you've ever figured that did the dog step on the remote?
No, the dogs are here, laying down.
Did the cat step on the remote?
Maybe, I don't know. That TV's very far away. I just see that it's on, and there's like a red screen with a bunch of writing on it. I don't know. But anyway, and it might be. Is that you, Stompy? I do have somebody. I just said, "Is that you, Stompy?" And the screen changed. Okay, leave me alone. I'm busy right now. Anyway, so she tries to bribe the lady, and she's feeling the pressure for whatever. We don't know.
Okay, well, in the thing is, she says her time is limited, and I believe that is because she knows that the old man's onto her. I think the dub messed that up, because in the sub, she's like, I don't have much time left.
Yeah.
Before he finds out, pretty much.
So, we're hopefully gonna save Deckham because I love him.
Yeah,
I love Deckham.
We're gonna get 2 special people sent down to Deckham who should have been sent to a special arbiter.
I don't know, but I'm excited to see what are these people special for? Why do they have to go to a specific arbiter? Why does she want them to go to Deckham?
Look, we know why she wants them to go to Deckham.
The Chase in chat says the spooky cast.
She wants to see what happens, and so she needs another form of judgment, another way to judge souls. So that's why she wants them sent to Deckham.
Yeah, they must be they must need actual emotional judgment. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But I'm starting to wonder about Genti as well. Does Genti also have some sort of emotion range put into him? Because we only really see this pocket, this little handful of arbiters, and
Yeah.
Decim and Genti came in on the same day.
There's at least 89 other arbiters.
At least Decim and Genti came in on the same day. We see Genti gets angry. We see Genti gets irritated. He has
so
emotions. I just heard really weird noises. Okay, sorry. Leave me alone, ghosts. Just leave me alone. This is not a good day for this. Anyway, it was like whimpering sounds, and my dogs are still right there. So anyway, but we don't. No. The only thing that's out there are my horses, and they're still like 50 feet out that window that way. But anyway. And I heard the noises from that way. But yeah, so we don't know. But I do think my theory here is that my other theory is black-haired girl was training to be an arbiter was shot. But I think my other theory is that shut up. Was that Genti also has some sort of thing. Maybe not the human emotion, like maybe they got different ranges of emotions because Genti also could not judge Fangirl. And even though she irritates the piss out of him,
I think he's just letting Decim get to him.
Even though she just irritates the piss out of him, he still. But he didn't. See, they wiped black-haired girl memories. They didn't wipe Fangirl's memories.
No, it's just because he's just not judging her.
Yeah. Well, they didn't judge black-haired girl either. But anyway, so now we're on to Jujutsu Kaisen season 1, episode 7, which is I don't remember the title of the episode.
It's Assault.
What was it? Assault.
Yeah.
Okay. So we literally start off with a little recap. And Goju tries to ask the cursed eyeball dude who he is, and the dude like explodes a volcano on him.
Yeah.
Dude, not even eyeball. Volcano head, eyeball man, not even trying to play around. And then he celebrates.
Eyeball man. He's clearly volcano head.
He has one eyeball. I can call him whatever I want. I mean,
eyeball.
Yes, he do. He has one. He has one big Leela style Cyclops eye in the middle of his face.
He's got a volcano head.
But he also, yes, I'm not denying the existence of his volcano head.
He's also got black teeth.
I'm not denying the existence of his black teeth. Boy needs to brush. But anyway, so dude's already like, haha, celebration as an anime trope does. And Gojo's like, who are you calling easy? That wasn't easy. Gojo's fine. Like, so this pretty much this whole episode is Gojo is fine. No, I didn't. That's right at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's right at the beginning. I'm not going to detail every step of the fight. They fight.
Why? It's awesome.
Then you go right ahead and detail the fight.
He pops a wall. He pops a volcano out of the wall and sends a giant lava blast that bursts through the forest. And then when he's like, haha, gotcha. And then it turns out there's just a shell of lava around Gojo. And he's just like, nah, you didn't get me.
Yeah, look. The whole episode is you did not hit Gojo. Gojo is fine. That's the whole episode.
Well, that's because I mean, again, I read the manga, but that's because anime
we'll get to that.
Get to find out what Gojo's power is.
Like he sent some bugs after him, they explode. He uses sound and pressure to try to hurt him. Okay. No, I do have the notes. You just want to do your own thing, okay? No, I have them in order.
He didn't need.
Welcome to DC Cast, where DC does DC things.
I'm correcting you on this one. He fires the bugs off. Gojo stops the bugs, and then the bugs themselves release.
That's what I said.
You said he uses pressure.
But the bugs are his.
Yeah, they're an attack. Yeah, but no. Anyways, so I like you. You're missing the interesting conversation.
I haven't got there yet. You keep interrupting me.
Literally before all of this. It's before where you're at.
Okay, what's interesting?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Gojo
about says, Infinity? No, because that's after the bugs.
No, Gojo says, special grade is supposed to be
that doesn't matter.
Special for a reason, and he's like, having so many pop up kind of throws everything out of balance.
Yes, that was so.
That's actually an important plot point.
Anyway.
It actually is an important plot point. You know what else is an important plot point? The fact that there's a special grade that can talk coherently and make
I was
plans.
going to get to that. There seems to be a couple of them. But Gojo only sees this one currently.
But yes,
well,
so we get epic battle time. Explosions, lava.
Yes. And
Gojo's
eyeball
head catches fire.
Yeah, Eyeball tries to hit him, tries to punch him, tries to light his head on fire, tries to hit him with volcano.
Technically does.
Anyway.
Because you see it happen, he punches him and all this other stuff. And he's just like, yeah, I got him.
Anyway, so pretty much we see that he insists that he never hit him. Any of his attacks did not hit Gojo. And then he says the infinity between me and you was all you touched. You touched the infinity between me and you. And Eyeball's like,
you touched, all you did was you touched the infinity between me and you. And he's like, yeah, he's like, what? He's like, here, put your hand up.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
That was really funny.
that was
He's just like,
okay, I was not calling you two. Go away. My dogs heard me say come on, so.
Basically, this episode is Gojo does Gojo things.
Yeah, he's like, put your hand up. Come on, come on.
You also can see why Fushiguro hates him.
Yes. I love Gojo, though. But Eyeball Dude Volcano Head does it, and he can't touch him. It's just like, and then you find out the closer he gets, the slower his movement is. And that's like Gojo's thing. It's,
he manipulates infinity.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of the math problem Achilles and the Turtle?
No.
This is how it's actually this scene is explained like this in the manga. Achilles and the Turtle is if Achilles is say 100 feet away from a turtle, and every step he takes halves the distance between him and the turtle, when will he reach the turtle?
Never.
Exactly, because there's an infinite number of fractions.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way Gojo's ability works is off of that principle. There's an infinite number of fractions in the distance between you and him, so you can never touch him. Except Gojo does touch him, and they hold his hands out. He's like, I'm so close, we can embrace. And he's like, oh,
don't worry, I'm embarrassed too.
Yeah, he's like, you're embarrassing me. I love that because he just threw him off his balance so much.
He did. He was like holding his hand, and then he yeets him.
He's just like, come on now, I'm blushing, and Lava Head's just like, what is going on?
Lava Head's not having a good time with that.
What is happening?
And then he punches him, and then he goes to explain infinity exists everywhere. His jutsu just brings it together around him. And then our Volcano Heads does like a black hole. Oh no, that's Gojo. He makes like this little black hole on the tip of his finger.
It's not technically a black hole. We get his ability is no. Black holes are different.
I was using it for lack of a better term.
No, we got it. He can manipulate convergence and divergence, and his red ability, because I wrote it down, it repels, so he's manipulating divergence. It's infinity.
Gotta make it all complicated.
Aspects. Yeah, his ability is really complicated because it's math. It's infinity. It's dealing with literally the concept of infinity. And so he just kicks Volcano Head's butt from here to next week, knocks him into a lake, and he's just like, you know what? Yeah, this place will do. And he literally leaves. He literally leaves to go get Yuji.
Yes, he does. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He goes,
He just shows up with Yuji, and Yuji's just like, he's got Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji's on his head. I love Yuji.
But Yuji's also highly confused because he disappears and then immediately comes back.
Yeah, well, we find out that Gojo goes to see him, and apparently he's watching Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Yeah. And Yuji's training is going along great. He's not the thing's not waking up and everything like that. And then
he's doing good. Gojo's actually
yeah.
impressed.
I like that
But
when they get there, Yuji's like, "How did we get here?" And he's just like, "We warped here." And he's just
yeah.
like, "All right, fine. Don't tell me the truth." And I'm like, "That's the
Did
truth."
you also notice that Eyeball remembered his what Kimono Dude's warnings was about not going after Gojo, and I think he's regretting that at this point. And also,
yeah.
Eyeball recognizes Yuji right away as Saikuna's vessel.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, so he's alive. And I like that he's like, "Oh, you brought another one here. He's just gonna be a
You brought help,"
you.
and he's like, "No, he's just gonna watch."
No, he didn't say help. He said you brought a hindrance because he's
Oh,
gonna be
that's
a
true.
hindrance.
Yeah,
But he's just like, "Oh no, I'm not worried about him. You're weak."
Oof, that oof though.
And that sets off Lava Head to do a domain expansion, Coffin of the Iron Mountain.
Can we also talk about how they did like Naruto style walking on water? Well, at least Gojo did. He was holding Yuji up.
No,
of course,
stood
but
on it on his own after. But I think that's because Gojo was manipulating things.
Probably.
So
we get Eyeball, Volcano Head does domain expansion, and they pretty much are like in a volcano.
Well, we get an explanation. The domain expansion is like an innate domain. It's your own little subspace, where it takes up a lot of energy, gives you a stat boost, and the techniques that are ingrained in the domain are a 100% guaranteed hit. And then Gojo kind of explains there's two ways to escape a domain or its effect. The first one is to counter the hit with a hit of equal force. He's like, I don't recommend that one. And the second one is to escape the domain. And he kind of gets attacked by this little spiral, and he's just like, whatever. Nah.
Yes. And I'm trying to catch up to where you are.
I'm just going to keep moving.
Counter. Okay, yeah, counter with cursed domain or leave domain. Okay, and so Gojo just like shrugs it off, and you can see that Volcano Head's like offended that these attacks are not working on Gojo.
But he does say that he could counter his infinity using a super death attack, and Gojo's just like, yeah, that'd work.
Pretty much that his moves are like, supposed to hit here, but Gojo's still completely not bothered by it at all. And he said and then Gojo gets all like teacher mode. He's like, the most effective way to counter a domain is use your own domain.
As long as you can basically overpower it with your own domain.
Yes.
And he activates
the one that is more refined wins.
Yes,
that's what he said.
One wins. He activates his own domain, revealing his nice, lovely blue eyes.
Takes off his blindfold, and oh boy, that boy is beautiful. His eyes are
I was waiting for you to see it.
I don't know.
I was waiting for you to see it.
I was so excited to see that boy. He's so beautiful.
He activates his own domain, Infinite Void, where basically
it's space.
It's space, but the infinite void is all things happening at once simultaneously.
Exactly.
Forever, an infinite number of times.
And so Volcano Head just cannot process it. It's so much that he's frozen.
Think about this. The way the ability works is that you are sensing and feeling everything at once. You become omniscient in this, and that's like what Gojo says. Isn't it funny how once you have the ability to comprehend everything, you can't do anything with it?
Yeah, because it's just too much.
And he's not in it for that long, but Gojo just kind of like, anyways, we're done with this now, and rips his head off. Just grab and rip, and I was just like, damn, when I saw that. He is strong. Dude is like, remember, this guy's worth 8 or 9 of Sukuna's fingers, which is about
and
7
he just
more.
Pops his head off like it was just
nothing.
Like it was a doll. I would have a harder time ripping this head off this stuffed cat that happens to be in here for whatever reason than he had ripping that head off.
Remember when Gojo said if Sukuna was at full power, he might be a little tired, but he'd win?
Yeah.
It kind of shows in this episode that might not be hyperbole. He might be telling the truth.
I did believe him actually, but and then the domain shatters, and he like puts his foot on Volcano Head's head, and he's like, "Who sent you?"
Oh yeah,
And Yuji's just like
that.
kind of disturbed by all this.
Yuji's just like, you are indeed the strongest. Please teach me, Sensei. You're amazing. I did like that. He's just rolling his head around.
Yes, and then we go to Kimono Dude, and he's watching with the zebra tree dude, like the dude that looks like a striped tree. I don't know.
I just call him Branch Eyes.
Branch Eyes, I guess.
He's literally got tree branches for eyes.
And Kimono Dude's like, if you want to rescue him, that's fine, but I don't know if you curses actually care about your comrades, kind of thing.
And the curser's just like, of course we do. We have, we're better than you guys. We're the real humans.
And
I love this scene because he goes to save him, and it starts off with like flowers come out of the ground, and Yuji and Gojo are just like, flowers.
Yes, they're like, oh, they're so pretty.
And they kind of realize, oh wait, these flowers are sapping our will to fight.
The zebra tree is what I was calling it. The Treba grabs the head and runs off, and then Yuji's like.
Yes,
go ahead.
The best scene ever. Yuji, go on, Sensei. I can handle this. Gets grabbed.
Tree root.
It starts. There's like starts slamming him into the tree. Spikes come out of the tree, and he's like, "Never mind."
Like the spiked mouth. Yeah. He's like, "Never mind." It was great.
I love that.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Yeah, light save me." And then the Trieber dude got away, and Yuji in the background, Gojo's sitting there considering what was going on, and because he's like, "Well, that's another special grade curse object just came and saved this special grade cursed object," and Yuji's like, "It's my curse." You know what I'm. Yuji's in the background. It's my fault they got away. I'm so sorry, Sensei.
We're not worthy.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he just turns to him. Yeah.
I love this scene. Gojo's just like, all right, Yuji, we have a goal now. I want you to get strong enough to beat that.
And he's like, beat that? Like, it's great.
He's like, it's great to have a goal to work towards. Now we just need to get you strong enough to do it so we can show you off at the student exchange in 1 month. And Yuji's just like, oh, that's great. I just have one question. What's the student exchange? Yeah,
well, Gojo also said he would be Yuji would be fighting him, and he's like, fighting you? Am I gonna live to see the student exchange? It's great.
His training is he has to continue what he's doing, plus fight Sensei. Yes. Also, be put on really harsh missions, and he had to do another thing, and I was like, geez, poor Yuji.
I do feel sorry for that boy. So we see the principal mad at the suit guy because he was supposed to be going to a meeting with him, and that poor dude's just sitting there sweating.
He's just sitting there. He's late.
And then we see our kimono dude going to
an apartment.
He like goes into an apartment and it opens up and it's at a beach, and he sees this dude. I call him Stitches dude.
Yeah, he is Stitch Man.
Stitches dude. And they talk about
wait to see if you can guess what his curse.
I got a theory for Stitches dude, but hold on, let's get there. They talk about Eyeball, and he's like, "Oh, well, you encouraged him to go," and Kimono's dude like, "I certainly did not, sir." And then Trebra and Eyeball show up, and Treeball's mad and Eyeball's mad, and Kimono dude's like, "You should have listened, right time and right place and all that." And then he says, "We're gonna take out Gojo on the 31st in Shibuya."
Yep. On Halloween, they're gonna try and seal away Gojo. And then we get the greatest end after credits thing ever of head soccer.
Yes, the head soccer was the Stitches dude and Kimono dude played head soccer, and Trebra guy was or gal. I'm not gendering the curse, but was the goalie. But there was something else that they did talk. Stitches dude seems to be like the ringleader of this, at least for the time being. Yeah. And he was reading a book called Cloud Giant, and he has like stitches down his face and 2 different colored eyes, and he says something about like we be cunning like curses like humans.
Yes, because
Is he half curse, half human? That's what I'm guessing. Don't answer because you read the manga, you know. But that's what I'm guessing is that he's half curse, half human because he's got 2 different colored eyes. He's got the stitches. He said like curses, like humans, like that's what I'm thinking.
Well, remember these curses believe they're the true humans.
That's
That was the whole last episode.
That's true.
Yeah. Can you guess what Volcano Head's curse was born from?
Anger?
Should be pretty obvious. No, it should be pretty obvious.
No?
No.
Really?
The curses are born from an amalgamation of an emotion.
Anger.
No. Well, I'll tell you.
He was very angry.
I'll tell you after, but yeah, we get soccer. Head soccer was the best end thing.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was really funny.
And the poor Volcano Head was just like, "What are you guys doing?" No, because he got kicked around.
I loved it.
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
Yeah. But you know, that was some good stuff.
Yes.
But we don't really have a lot for Empire News this time. We, as always, are gonna. Well, we have our new broadcaster Chase, as you guys already know, and Chase is awesome, and he's doing a good job. So be patient with him if there's any boo boos. But and let us know if you guys have any technical difficulties that we don't see. Let us know in chat, okay, so we can rectify. But big thank you to chat. Chase. Give him some love in chat.
Yeah, good job, chat.
Shut up. And then, as always, thank you to our Patreons, Zach Cake, Chase, Alyssa XO, and Adam Shapinski. Appreciate you guys. And don't forget, you can become a Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You can get access to Season 0, where we were all figuring out how to do all this all together. And you can see our post-show, the show after the show, where we discuss the movie, and we can swore then.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. We are not PG-13 in the post-show. We can do whatever we want. But thanks, everybody, for joining us. Appreciate it. And if you are a content creator and want to guest star on the show, hit us up. I mean, we have all the links and everything. You should be able to access that either in the description of the video or in the comments or wherever you're watching this on. You should be able to find us. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Until next time.
See you later.